Hey, good morning. Hey, this is actually take number 2 this morning. Had some crosstalk for some reason, but hey, I'm your host, Jeff Ski Kinsey. This is the audio podcast for fastchargeenergy.com. And this is a clip I want to play for you from the Wayback Machine. It was 20 years ago at this time of year, winter, or as winter approaches, I wrote Purple Curve Effect. And when the book came out in April of 2004, I had an interview with a good friend of mine, a business colleague, Ed McCullough. I think one of the greatest interviewers, if not the greatest interviewer ever. And we were on Talk of the Town, a cable TV show. And here's a little clip from the audio from Talk of the Town, from the Wayback Machine, as we say.
Absolutely.
If I'm going to be effective and I have to fix it.
Exactly. There's some great books out there on something called lean manufacturing, on Six Sigma. These are some great tools that once you find out what the weakest link is, there's some great tools on how to fix it. But what Goldratt has done is shown us how with almost a zero investment, like no dollars, almost all the constraints in a business are policy oriented. People have failed to apply common sense. And that's one of the reasons I'm excited about this book, is it's actually the first in the Applying Common Sense series. What I'd suggest if someone's trying to grasp this thing called Theory of Constraints, start with this book, Purple Curve Effect, where I explain how fixing that weakest link is the key. And you keep fixing that weakest link until it's no longer the weakest link. But this is a great primer, an introduction for everybody, no matter where they're at in business or personal life. But this is going to get you on this purple curve of an unending growth. You're going to run out of what I know about it. In fact, I was with Ellie Goldratt in Denver last week, and I can go toe-to-toe with him for about 2 whole minutes. That's how much above me intellectually he is.
You stick with him for 2 minutes. You
2
guys
whole
are
minutes.
neck and neck. Then you run out of gas, and he just keeps on going.
His thinking is on a level unknown to
he gets out
humans.
there.
He gets out there. But I want to give this foundation, and then I'm going to suggest that you pick up one of his books, Critical Chain, that we talked about a couple years ago, because it's a great introduction to all the behind-the-scenes efforts of TOC.
So now in our introduction, we referenced you not only as the author of Purple Curve Effect, but you are also a consultant. Are you indeed a Theory of Constraints, TOC consultant?
Yes.
And as such, do you go make it a habit or a business of going into businesses and perhaps identifying for them what this weakest link is? And having said that, do you indeed find quite often that businesses are phenomenally unaware of what their weakest link is?
I'd say actually the opposite is true. They're very aware, but somehow they've explained them away. To answer your first question first, actually I consider myself retired.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
The shirt is appropriate.
Right. Now, having said that, one of the great things, and Goldratt said it a number of years ago, the great thing about retiring is you get to decide what you do, what you want to do, and who you want to help. So I do help people. I've completed a certification, we call it a Jonah process. So I'm certified in the Theory of Constraints, in using this methodology to solve problems.
How cool is that? I remember being in the studio. As I close my eyes, I can remember being in the studio on Hilton Head Island as we did that interview. But a lot of great stuff. I got the video somewhere. I need to repurpose that as well. But here's the bottom line. Focus on the one weakest link. And that's what we do at Fast Charge Energy. Now, we've got a lot of irons in the fire, a lot of moving parts, so to speak. But there's focus, and you may not see it because of the scattergun approach we're using to get stuff out everywhere, seemingly all at the same time. But you have not because you ask not. So if I can help advance your efforts, reach out. Best way to do that is shoot me a text. Text the word Jonah to my mobile, 330-992-4754. Remember, it's going to be a great day if you make it so.